पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी। ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good evening, all. Very warm welcome to the Bharat Franchisee Show. So I'd like to thank the Franchisee India team for giving Frank Global this opportunity to present this show at 7 p.m. So we are pleased to have and present three international brands with us. So we start off with Galitos, which is a South African QSR brand serving the best flame grilled chicken, the peri peri chicken with bold African flavors. So I have Mike and Francois from the team out here with me. So Mike, I hand over the platform to you. You can start the presentation.
Okay, meanwhile, Michael will share his presentation. Let me just run you through with the Q&A process. Guys, today we are going to represent some great international brands for all of you. The opportunities we are sharing are with master franchisees into market of India. These are all international brands now looking or expanding their business and the reach into international, from international to Indian market. So it's a great opportunity for anybody who want to get associated with an international brand. During this webinar, you can keep sharing all your questions into the Q&A box. As you know, as per the format, we will be sharing with you here in this one webinar, approx 4 brand. We are going to share around 3 to 4 opportunities for all of you. After each brand presentation, we'll be taking up some questions from the Q&A box. So you can keep sharing your questions, your interest of city and your queries into the Q&A box to make this webinar more interactive. Our motto is to provide you maximum information and to help you to become an entrepreneur in this journey of becoming an entrepreneur. This is the only motto with which we do this activity, with which we plan Bharat Franchisee Show. And with the same hope and same aim, we are starting our today's webinar. I would request now, Michael, if you can just share your screen and you can take the lead to start sharing the details of Calito. Over to you, Mr. Michael.
Thank you so much. We're going to display a video of the brand, which should cover most of what we need to present.
Swaraj, is there sound on your side?
No, Michael, the sound is not coming in. I think we just.
I don't know why the sound is not coming through.
Yeah.
Let me just speak to Michael.
And press the sound button.
Michael, the sound is not coming through.
Yeah, it's not coming.
Yeah, the video is playing. We all see the video, but the sound's not coming through.
Just have a look. It's the sound is anyway, it's just a backtrack. So there's no information given via audio. So I think we can presume just with the video.
Sure, sure. You can start off with the
Okay.
presentation.
Okay. Sorry, let me just sort this out quickly here. Yes.
Great.
Is it the video only, Mike, or do you have a presentation also which you'd like to show?
No, that's no. We only, Swaraj, we only went for the video.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and we're ready to take
It's just a
you know,
pictographical view of whatever you wanted to present, I think.
yes.
Quick
Well,
glance
I
of
think that was just a snapshot to cover what we are, what we do.
Great.
You know, obviously, that would give people some kind of indication of the entire spectrum of what we do.
Thank
And
you.
then obviously we ready for Q&A. Yeah, as a background, I can just say I've just recently come back from India,
Oh,
and
that's great.
was obviously was impressed, and especially impressed in the chicken market and what's happening there. If I compare it to other markets, so yeah, it was a good visit. But if there's any Q&A questions, we're glad to answer, myself and Mike.
So there's only one question Q&A in the
Yeah.
Q&A box that there was no sound. So just to give you all of you an update that he just wanted to give you a preview about what Galitos is. So it's like 3 to 4 brands you're presenting. So he just wanted to give you a preview about what peri peri chicken is, how the sauces look, how the properties look. It is so warm, it's cordial, it's family, it's casual dining. I think that's what was the main perspective of showing the video, which actually was without the sound.
Yeah, it was a pity that but the sound wasn't there. And I think it just gives a little bit more atmosphere and vibe to what it is. But to your point, Swaraj, we operate a model that ranges from a food court
Yeah,
through to a casual dining
correct.
operation. We do see the market opportunity in India in the QSR market, and that is something that we would be extremely keen to engage with parties that see that. There's specific reasons why I would say the QSR market. If I look at international brands that are gaining momentum, and in the poultry section, here I would single out KFC, which I do believe will very soon, probably India could become the second largest KFC market in the world, considering the expansion momentum they have at the moment. We do see a lot of benefit in that QSR market where it taps into uh, pick up and go, the home delivery, working with apps. It allows you to be food court, high street, um, and that all speaks to the market, especially what I saw recently in Hyderabad and in Bangalore.
Thank you. Thank you, Francois. I think it was a great quick understanding of all your brand which you've given to us. And thank you for being in the and coming and joining us and doing the presentation. So the next band which we are going to present is Stumpies. So we have Mr. Carl Gibbons from the Stumpies Hatchet team. So it is one of the renowned sports entertainment bars concepts which is currently operational in US. They have more than 35 units, right, Carl? 35, or you've added more?
36.
36 units currently operating. So, Carl, I hand over the platform to you for presenting your brand. And after that, we have Troy from Norway to present social gaming. Welcome to the Bharat Franchisee Show, both Carl and Troy.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Siraj. It's great to be here, and great to have this opportunity to talk to you all. Francois, great presentation. As always, when you're presenting internationally, there's always some technical issues. So let's hope that we don't get that today. I'm going to share my screen now, and hopefully we'll be able to take you through Stumpy's Hatchet House. So let me know when you can all see my screen. That would be good. And you can see my screen now, yes?
Yes.
You can. Okay, that's good. All right. As always, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box or text Siraj or somebody at Fran Global. I'm sure that will all take care of you. But welcome to Stumpy's Hatchet House. Stumpy's Hatchet House, the overview and why we are so successful is we are a market starter and a market leader and a market pioneer. We were North America's original axe throwing venue, and we are now the largest of its kind in the world, and we were the first to franchise. And of course, we want to bring that franchise to India and the Middle East, which is why we're all talking here today.
Welcome to Stumpy's Hatchet House, America's original axe throwing venue. At Stumpy's, it's more than learning how to throw an axe. Whether it's a date night, you're celebrating a special occasion, or having a business outing, we're going to take your party and make it a social throwdown. Let's have some fun.
So welcome to Stumpy's. As we shared a little bit at the top of the presentation, we now have 36 locations across the United States. We're in 14 states, 36 locations. The latest one to open was in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. And that currently is smashing all records for the Stumpy's network across the brand. It's all about the team. It's not just the concept, it's about the team. We have a very strong team, our executive and management crew. Carl Gould is our CEO, and he will actually be out in Delhi later this month. I'll come back to that a little bit later. But as you can see, we have some great expertise in digital marketing, catering, third-party logistics, and distribution. And so the Stumpy's team are here to help you put your franchise together.
Not sure it's working, Carl.
You're not sure it's working? Okay.
Yeah, the sound is disrupting.
Okay.
I think
The first
the
one
video
through?
facility is not working overall, so might be best to move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will. All right. Stumpy's is not that last video was to show you that Stumpy's is not just about axe throwing. We are focused on competitive socializing. So we have all sorts of games, both digital and the normal games that you would expect with inside. So checkers, cornhole, drafts, chess, pool, snooker, all sorts of games. At Stumpy's, we focused on the guest experience, and we call them the 4 zones of excellence. We have the welcome desk. We don't have a service desk. We don't have a counter. We have a welcome desk because our guests are the most important. Then we focus on the pits, which is where the actual axe throwing takes place, and also the other games that I just referred to. We also have a food and beverage program, which I will talk to a little bit more in a few moments. And we have merchandise. And so if we focus on all those 4 zones of excellence, you have a fantastic franchise opportunity that works. So I said we were looking at different areas. We are a social throwdown. That the emphasis is placed on social networking, interaction, and we have the throwdown of the of actually axe throwing. We're not a competitive franchise. You don't have to be all male. In fact, our demographic is 50% male and 50% female. It's literally straight down the middle. It's not about competition. It's about coming together and enjoying yourself and socializing whilst taking part in some kind of activity. We call it competitive socializing. It's a huge trend that's emerging now. Games like axe throwing, cornhole, it's just grown by leaps and bounds over the last few years. And then we focus on entertainment and food attainment, which basically means a guest experience involving both food and some kind of activity. So that's where Stumpy's focuses. That's our core value. And another video.
It's the same problem, Carl.
Same, yeah. The video is not working here.
I'm sorry, but that was a short video to show an introduction to Stumpy's Cafe, which is inside all Stumpy's. It's an integral part of our offer. It's where the guest can not only take part in the activity, whether it be axe throwing or all the other opportunities that we gave, but also they can eat, because obviously eat, drink and relax. The longer they stay, the more money they spend, the more successful you are. And so we have a Stumpy's Cafe. It has what we call a retail menu, but we also have a catering menu as well, where people can order in advance packages up to 35, 50 people. And they can buy packages which includes drinks, snacks, beer, pizza, wine. We have a very robust technology platforms that we run Stumpy's on and our catering on, called 7 Rooms, and the other one is called Toast. They're both fully integrated. And we try to make all of our offerings Stumpy's related. So we have our own water, we have our own chips. When it comes to the packages, we have our Lumberjill package, our Lumberjack package, our Viking package. And we try to give the names of all of our foods a Stumpy's twist. So we have pit slide tots, Woody's twist, all of that kind of thing, bell ringers, chicken splinters, bullseye dogs, all traditional menus. And we also adapt each menu to international tastes as well. So if you think that you have something that would be specifically appealing at a venue where you are, then we will adapt accordingly and we will add that to the menu. Merchandise is another vital part of our offer. Each Stumpy's location has its own shop retail operation. It's 100% branded Stumpy's. All the merchandise is 100% exclusive to us, and it adds an additional 10 to 15% on your additional revenue. Every season we produce a lookbook which tells you what's available, costs, margins, delivery, detailed information on the product, how it's made, what it's made of, who the vendor is. We put merchandise packages together so people can buy in bundles. That's both the guest, but also the franchisee. We put packages together for them so they can buy their merchandise. And of course, we do private label. So if you wanted an exclusive T-shirt or an exclusive piece of merchandise, a sweatshirt for your particular location, we will do that for you. We also have a thing that's called the Stumpy's Wheel or Stumpy's Bucks. And in essence, they are prize vouchers that are given out at the location that encourage your guests to buy the products. We take our merchandising across the entire board. So this is a perfect example of what the current Woody's Cafe uniform would look like and what your crew members would wear. And it's the same for our pit managers as well. They would have a similar type uniform with crew across the back, so they're very easily identifiable. Not only do we have pay as you go and pay to enter at Stumpy's, we have Stumpy's Max Club. It's a subscription-based part of your offering to your guests. It's exclusively for members only. This, of course, gives you recurring revenue every month. And for that, they get unlimited throwing. They can have private parties. You can host corporate events, and it has exclusive merchandise. This is a fast-growing part of our Stumpy's franchise business. So I'm sure you're all interested in the numbers, and here's a very quick breakdown. The franchise fee is $50,000 per location. Royalties are 6% of gross revenue. The marketing fee is 1% of your gross revenue. A typical unit size, 800 to 930 square meters. And to fit out is between $470 and $500 per square meter. So they're good budget holdings for you. So who's a perfect partner for us? Well, if you're in the hospitality industry, the property industry, the retail industry, or you're an existing franchisee looking to add to your brand portfolio, you're a perfect partner for us. So please reach out and let's have an exploratory conversation, and let's see if we can help you by bringing Stumpy's to your portfolio. So really, you ask yourself why? Well, it's a unique business concept with great branding. It's a part of $1 billion indoor recreation market. You're going to be partnering with the #1 leader in the sector. It's a turnkey business in a box. We take care of everything and we help you with everything. Location, design, training, ongoing mentoring and operations, full manuals, not only digital, but sort of hands-on. We've got site funding available for your fit out. And well, why not work and play at the same time? And you're going to get a great return on your investment. Last, but by no means least, coming up at the International Franchise India in a few days' time, 18th to 19th of May. Carl Gould, our CEO, will be there. So again, please reach out to Frank Global if you'd like to have a one-on-one with Carl, and he would be happy to talk to you. So short but sweet. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Any questions from anybody?
Thank you, Carl. I think it was a quick presentation, and thank you for giving us understanding and a deep, in-depth details about your brands. So we'll be looking forward to meet you in our on our 18-19 show in Delhi. Our next brand is from Norway. So we have Troy to present his brand, Social Gaming. Yes, Troy, you can please take the platform and take it ahead.
Thank you very much, Svaresh, and welcome everyone. And thank you very much for the invitation from Frank Global and Franchise India. Let me just share my screen and we will get underway. Can you see that all right?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. Welcome to the Social Gaming Group. My name is Troy Warfield. I'm the CEO of the Social Gaming Group. A little bit about my background, many years in big consumer goods companies and service industries like Avis Budget Zipcar, where I was the global franchising licensing officer as well as chief commercial officer for international. Also was on the executive committee of British Airways following that. And then joined this world, and Carl does a brilliant job of talking about the industry, what's called competitive socializing. And in a short period of time, I seem to be at the epicenter of competitive socializing. On one front, I'm the CEO of the Social Gaming Group, and I'll come through to what we do. But I was also previously the president of international for a company called Topgolf, which was a golf range version of competitive socializing. And I'm also on the board of a company called Surf Lakes, which makes man-made surf parks, so you can surf anywhere in the world now, utilizing that technology. Coming on to the Social Gaming Group, and we're a Norwegian tech company in hospitality to create shared happiness. Been operating since 2018, and the brand by which we operate is a brand called Oki. And Oki is actually derived from, it's the line by which you throw the dart from in a game of darts. So I will come on to how technology has revolutionized the game of darts, taken a game that is a perennial favorite and has now become an even faster growing favorite for both men and women and for the corporate market in this day and age. It's also in this industry. Carl talked about competitive socializing, this combination of gaming, food, and beverage, and it's fast becoming the fastest growing industry within the hospitality across the world, and very much so when you look at places such as the UK, which is probably at the forefront of this growing phenomenon. What is competitive socializing? It's new and it's fast growing, and it's this combination. And I'll come on to why the combination of food and beverage and the gaming element makes so much sense from a franchising perspective, because food and beverage alone, we know the challenges there, cost inflation, etc. But you add the gaming element, and you've immediately got a way to almost bulletproof your P&L and to enhance both the top and the bottom line. This is clearly driven by the cog-free element of gaming, where you charge for people to play, be it in our case darts or shuffleboard, and that goes purely on top of the F&B numbers that you're achieving. But really, the technology that we utilize really does bring the game of darts and the game of shuffleboard to life. And adding this technology means that you find that people are not only more engaged, they spend longer. The longer time they spend in our venues, the longer time they're spending eating and drinking, and you can work out the benefits of that in terms of the overall P&L. I was going to play a video, but it's clearly the technology that's being used today that a video conference isn't facilitating videos. So let me move through that. And this just gives you a lovely snapshot of the type of food and atmosphere that you have within Enoki. And the food that we have are international sharing plates from around the world, all designed to be able to just be picked up and eaten in your hand, so you can do it while still playing and socializing. The way we serve the food is served in the area around where you're playing, so it's incredibly efficient in terms of the space utilization when you're thinking about revenue per square feet or revenue per square meter within your venues, and thinking about your capital spend. The international sharing plates come from all around the world, and particularly Asia has a very heavy influence. The way we design our menus are that we've got a Michelin star chef in Amsterdam who helps work with your chef that you would have at each of your venues from your franchise locations. They would work in conjunction with that chef. We would tell them the menu that does incredibly well, no matter whether it's in Oslo or Dubai or London or Brisbane. But if what we then do is we very much think about the local flavors. There could be things that are particular to Bangalore or Hyderabad or Delhi that we need to take into consideration, and we leave flexibility within the menu design to do that. Our cocktail range, we have global award-winning mixologist that's created a great cocktail menu. On top of that, we also have excellent mocktails for areas that have sensitivity in terms of alcohol, and also craft beers and wines and champagne. So from a food and beverage perspective, very strong. And in fact, we just won at the UK Competitive Socializing Awards the best menu for our food and beverage offering. And that's a really critical element of competitive socializing now. There's a lot of people in this world are going out and they're entertaining, but actually the food and beverage proposition isn't that strong. So we're very much focused on our service and our food and beverage, and that in combination with our gaming and the environment is that we have a 70% net promoter score, which on average in hospitality is around 30 to 35. So exceptionally strong customer feedback in terms of what we're doing and how we're doing it. This gives you a little flavor of the internals of, and this is actually our Oki in London and the Strand, and it gives you an idea of the sort of look and feel. So you see the dartboard with the technology there, and then we've got signature looks like our flame table and our circle, which represents the Oki brand that we have both as a social media tool and also as a feature in the bar. And up in the top middle, you see a photograph of the women's bathroom. And why that is most important is we researched 75 women between the ages of 20 and 35 and said, what if we had to build you a venue that was catering for you, what would it be? And number 1, 2, and 3 was, please give me a nice bathroom. So you can see that as a result of that, when you look at our demographics are 50-50 female and male split. The game of darts and the game of shuffleboard is not particularly overly onerous in terms of the energy that's need to be played. So we're very gender neutral, and our revenue base is about half social and half corporate. And that corporate business is very important in terms of getting people to come and play team building exercises, entertaining clients. And that hence is another reason why our menu is incredibly important to make sure that the corporate market keeps coming back, and we enjoy very good loyalty from the people that join us. From our dart technology perspective, we have basically it's a real dart to a real dartboard, but then combination of our camera technology and our gaming technology then translates what you're doing with the board into a myriad of games that really there's no end of how many games we can create. It's really up to the imagination. So it really does bring this to the fore, and we've got 9 great looking games and also various challenges. So really does cater for the beginner right up to experienced players. We've got a great way of linking all of the game machines and the ecosystem, so that as people are playing, it's a very seamless experience. And another feature that we have is that as people are playing, we have a video camera that videos the key moments, and then we can play that back to them via their social media and via email, or they can download it immediately to their social. So in this world of now where people want to experience things and share it, we've got the technology to help facilitate that and bring that into the marketplace. In terms of shuffleboard, our other game, we've similar sort of technology where you push the puck down the board, the camera technology detects where the puck is, and then our gaming technology translate that to a myriad of games like you can see here with conquer, curling, shuffle, and you can see that the lovely graphics that we have in terms of bringing that. This is all proprietary. We've developed this in-house, and when it comes to working with you, we would come and set the technology up, give you the basic training you'd need, and you're off and running. We've got 3 games here, and we've got some very unique features where you can play from both ends of the table, and also a curved playing field, which makes for a fantastic gaming experience. We're proven and profitable. So we are proven and profitable globally. We started in Oslo, but we then moved 15,000 miles away to Brisbane in Australia. But we currently have 9 venues around the world, and we're about to open our 10th next month. We are seeing similar sorts of results in terms of the P&L, whether it's in Oslo in Norway or Brisbane in Australia. We've also invested very heavily in our technology over the years, and it's the way that we've put technology not into the game but also into the ecosystem of how do you get people to book, to find you, book, and then through the whole financial system of when they need to pay the bill and how we take that back. So we've done all that thinking for you. So essentially, All you'd have to do is build it. We can bring the technology, and you're off and running to be able to run an hockey venue. To give you an idea, this is the real reason why I think people that have traditionally been franchisees in just pure food and beverage plays, why coming into this market is so much more valuable. And this is why when we're talking to both investors and to franchise partners, they really like the hockey model. So if you just start with the revenue from a normal food and beverage venue, first of all, you then have to add in the increment from the gaming experience. So charging for dart playing or charging for shuffle. And we charge around $7 or $8 for a 90-minute experience. So first of all, you get that revenue. Then there's additional revenue, because versus a traditional food and beverage experience where people go, eat and leave, people stay longer. And they stay longer because they're engaged, because they're playing the game. So I think versus a normal 45-minute to 50-minute dwell time in a restaurant, our dwell time is up to 120 minutes. So hence you've got additional food and beverage revenue. And then after that, because people are engaged, and 65% of people that have tried a competitive socializing experience like ours come back, and you get benefits of repeat. So the net of all of this is you not only increase your top line, but the bottom line is definitely healthier, because the gaming technology comes with no cogs. I mentioned we're proven and profitable globally. Oslo, Brisbane, Amsterdam, Gothenburg, Oki in London, Melbourne, Singapore. We've just recently opened Dubai, and with a franchise partner, and we're about to open Oki Reykjavik in Iceland next month with a franchise partner. So I think across that, we're one of the fastest globally growing brands in this competitive socializing business. Why India? And I've had the great pleasure of working with within and with Indian businesses for the last 25 years. And it's not surprising. The numbers speak for themselves. 1.5 billion people, 65% of the population below 35, which is, whilst we don't have an age target market, tends to be more people in that age range facilitated. So that's also perfect. And now I think with the pretty much the highest economic reserve. So this combination of these factors sees India in our minds as a superpower going forward, and becomes a perfectly obvious place for us to want to take our brand to next. We have a focus around Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, but really we're looking for people across any of these cities. We just see those as probably being the most natural places where franchise partners will start with first. But if you're from any of the other parts, please contact Fran Global, and we'll be able to facilitate a conversation. In terms of location size, between 600 and 750 square meters, or 6,000 to 7,000 square feet. If you've got locations that have been previously a bar or restaurant, really helpful, can save you on capital. Helpful, not essential. And then looking for locations where you can attract both business people and social customers. And on average, we receive paybacks between 2 to 3 years. Having modeled this for a P&L for the Indian market, we see that with the combination of the cost of COGS and the cost of labor, that the sort of margins that we make there, that the paybacks we think would be very attractive. What makes a great partner, franchise partner? Someone you don't have to have all of these. You may only have one of these and then be able to procure or find other people to help. But obviously capital to fund the venue plan, ideally F&B or hospitality experience, the ability to find and negotiate good real estate deals, and an entrepreneurial spirit. And I think if you can capture some of those, or have people that that could provide that capability, then you will be able to make a very good amount of money off opening an Oki. We've got very experienced leadership. I touched on my leadership, but we're very proud and confident with the backing of Carbon Invest, a Norwegian tech investor who have been there with us since the beginning and will continue to be with there. And Jens Rudseth and his co-founder Rune Siversen, and Christian Bredem is the CEO of Carbon Invest, but he's also the chairman of the Social Gaming Group. So I thank you, and for those that will be at the show next weekend, I'll be there in person. So if you would like to put the video person into a physical reality, then please come and see the Fran Global stand where I'll be there, and I would love to be able to fill you in with more information about how we believe Oki is perfectly suited for the Indian market, and with the right partners, we're certain that we'll be able to make it a very enjoyable and prosperous ride with us.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you for the detailed brief about your brand and how the entire working is, how the concept is gaining popularity in the international market, and we are quite sure that we are going to have one unit opening up in one of the metro cities in India very fast. And thank you all of you for joining us on the call. So as Troy said that he is there with us on the 18th and 19th, he will also be in Bangalore on the 22nd, 21st. So we would like to meet any one of you who will not be able to travel to the Delhi show. So 18th, 19th, he's there with us in the Frank Global stall. We would love to set up meetings. I've shared my email ID and mobile number on the group. So please get in touch with me. And if you miss the Delhi show, then he is there in Bangalore on the 21st. So if you like to have direct one-on-one meeting, you'd like to show a venue to him and try to understand how this can be done, what is the cost and all. So that can also be worked out. So we'll be looking forward to meet all of you on the 18th and 19th May at our biggest franchisee show at IICC Yash Bhumi in Dwarka. Thank you. Good night, everyone. And thank you, Troy, for being with us. Take care.
All right. Absolute pleasure. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.